Hello. Hello. Oh, okay. Make my cameras. Okay. 6:30. Got about 5 hours worth of work. Felt like shit this morning, man. I was tired.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Oh my gosh, such that lagging bullshit. I don't know why it lags so damn much. It drives me crazy. Let's see how. Feels like it's lagging too bad. Funny thing is, like, my screen doesn't lag at all. I mean, it does, but like very smallly. There it goes.
Looks like this is going to be a tough one. We had reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
Michael Moore. Yeah, it's doing the click lag. I know my PC can handle it. It handled it before. The new graphics are slightly better, but I toned down some of the stuff because I need to not have this lag, but it must be the stream or YouTube itself is lagging. Michael Moore. Michael Moore. These nuts. Michael Moore. Oh. Michael Moore. Are you in there? Oh. Michael Moore. Oh. Hey, Michael Moore. Ooh, a bone. Michael, more. More, more, more. See, why is it... It keeps kicking me off of my stream. It has to be a loading issue with YouTube. Like, YouTube's being a dick towards me. Because I don't talk about getting jabbed by vaccinations every 3 seconds. These crazy psycho zealots do. And lag up my fucking stream. That's so retarded that they would do that. Just because of me not talking about things that need to be talked about, or what they think it is. I don't know. To me, it's just stupid. No one should ever consent or destroy anyone's beliefs. Especially when beliefs are just personal thoughts about what they think or assume the world is. This is the reason why I dislike when anybody goes against what anybody says about their own stuff. Always prove me wrong. There's nothing to prove wrong. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I mean, everyone... There's right and wrong with things because there's evidence and proof. But your belief is what determines everything else. That's always been the problem. Michael Moore. Michael Moore. Nah. Michael Moore. Would you fucking do something, you bastard? So now you want to turn off the fucking lights? But every time I like think about certain things, I'll think about like no one should have no right to change someone's mind unless they're willing to change for themselves. Which is difficult to say because most people need to change because of the way they act. Surprisingly, some people just act immature, but immaturity is... What is immaturity? Not acting serious enough in a situation that needs to be serious? Huh. I think everything can be fun and entertaining. It sounds like people just they can't. They can do as they please, but when you look at it from the perspective of like how to learn to be a better person, you can't do it unless you look at yourself first. Unless you realize that you have to be the open one, that you have to accept people for who they are. and not just shun them away because of belief. Which a lot of people do. Tons of people do it. And what do you think's happening right now? Hey, Ghosty. But that's just how people are. And it's really funny. Because I love seeing people do that stuff and that, and I'm sure anyone else has been like that before. Where they like sit there and they're all like, why do you do those things? They could be like, say whatever they want to say. Well, because I want to. Okay. But then, don't go against what I want to do. And they're like, but it's wrong. I'm like, well, no, it's not. Being wrong is determined on the evidence of proof. If it's a belief, there's no such thing. It's like a rhetorical question. It doesn't matter. Some Jesus in here. Talk to me, Michael Moore. Michael Moore. I heard your mom's a prostitute. Run. Big scary ghost. Your mom likes to suck dick. Let's go through everything in there. But that's all it ever is. And it's really funny though how people take it to the advantages of what they do. I find it quite hilarious, honestly. It is. It's very hilarious. Because pretty much why I'm saying this, it happened at work yesterday, and we have this young girl. She's probably like 19, and she tries to act mature, literally like act mature, but she's actually not. She's rather immature. And like today we were really busy at work because we finally opened up our dining room. And the funny thing is, we get a lot of people go through drive-through, and then we get people that just go in and dine in. They don't go through drive-through. They come in, they eat inside the store. So we end up having like a ridiculous amount of people. And it's like it's ridiculous how many people that we have. In store, and it was just like, holy shit. Tons of people. And some people just come in just to order because they think it's faster because they're inside. Actually, it's not faster, it's all the same speed. You're a bitch. Catch the house on fire and just go away. Why do I need a ghost hunt when I can just blow up the house and the ghost will die with it? Look at that lag on my stream. Oh, it's so tediously fucking annoying. I don't know why it's lagging so much on my stream. I'm literally not understanding. Because when I played this stuff before, it never lagged like it does now. Like, I'm not lagging, but my stream is lagging. It must be my Gamecaster's a piece of shit. Peekaboo! Speak to me! Are you a douchebag? Douchebag? Let me get the red dot. But yeah, it's just these little things that people do, like... We were busy in that, and she was what you call a pack lead, so she's supposed to, like, lead the service of, like, getting orders right and all that stuff and that. And she's been doing it for a while now. I have to give her credit on that. But, like, the way that she acts and that, it's very, I would say it's like... Where's that one thing at? You don't need to pretend to do something when you can just do it. Exactly what it is. Let me check my sanity really quick. People pretend to do stuff. What do we do? Oh, good. I find it really ironic, though. Well, anyway, what happened is I had a drawer up front, and she was saying something like this. She's like, someone else was going to use my drawer because I was making an order. And like... It got to the point where she was literally yelling at another employee, which is an older man, about me taking the order instead of him taking the order because it's my thing. And I said, like, I'm basically saying it doesn't matter because I'm making an order and I'm faster at making this order than this person is. I'm just quicker at hands than that. And, like, she was really yelling at that and just saying, I don't care what you have to say. I only care about what I want to do. And I'm just looking at it like, well, first off, you can't do things. That's stupid as hell. That's the dumbest thing ever. I hate people do that stupid garbage shit. Like, do what I tell you or else kind of thing. And, like, so they got into a slight argument. And the argument was rather stupid, basically saying, like, why does it matter if I do it instead of him doing it? And then what made it hilarious, my GM comes out. She starts taking orders on my drawer, and then this person pretty much shut up. She got really quiet in there. She's like, oh yeah, she's like, Sonny's taking, you know, my drawer over, taking orders on my drawer. She's like, she got quiet. It's like, oh, okay. Don't follow the rules are there for yes if I'm not busy, but if I'm busy someone else could do it. That was the whole concept of this. And like the argument was really stupid and absolutely pointless for that to be like that. And I was just like, what the hell? Why would you get into an argument about something where you literally could just be like, okay, go ahead and take the order because it has nothing to do with anything. And then sit there and make up an excuse. Well, I don't trust people with my drawer because they might mess up on my money. I'm like, if you can't trust people know how to account fucking money, maybe you shouldn't have a drawer in the first place. So it came down to trust issues. I'm like, well, And then this other girl comes in. She's 16 years old. So we're at fast food, so we always tend to get like high schoolers or people just out of high school. And she's very mature. She works. She doesn't talk that much. And we have another girl that does the same thing. Oh, I saw it. Yeah, I know you guys saw that. The little image of it. And like it got to the point where it was just pointless. I know everyone had been to work and they had people like that where they'll sit there and they're acting very, very ignorant. And they do it for a reason because they have attention problems or they're spoiled rotten and everything's about them.
There's some jobs ready for you.
I can't say that's completely fine. I think it's rather annoying, but
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
what are the options now? I need to do something with this. I don't know why it is so fucking laggy on my stream. Like I never cared about the quality of the stuff. I just don't like it when it lags on the stream. Oh, doesn't matter. Yeah, it's lagging a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna get off this and chit chat for a little bit because I'm not gonna stay on for too much longer. I just want to do that. Full screen. Oh, take these off. Think about probably going to get an exercise in if I can, or I might just do some meditation or something. Oh man. But yeah, it was just kind of annoying. So I was trying to diffuse the situation by being like, you know, you don't need to yell on that. People just don't like to listen. And they always have to comment on stuff. So if anything does happen today, or whenever, if I go to work and that, and she says something that, I'm just going to flat out tell her, I told her multiple times before. When she goes in and she pays out the thing, she always knocks it off. And she expects us to be done with our stuff. But when we're in a rush and we're busy, some things are too big where we don't know. So they bump it off so fast. It's like, dude, leave it on there and make sure that we have it all. Because a lot of times we don't. A lot of times we're missing stuff in that. So it's like, well, you need to hurry up and get it done. We can only work so fast. I have to say, these people that do this shit drive me crazy. These inferior fucking humans. I say inferior because they pretend to be better than everybody else, but they're no different than everybody else. So it makes them inferior because their thoughts are higher up than what they're supposed to be. You're not, first of all, not even close. You can tell by like how they talk about things and how they never say it's my fault. Oh, it's not my fault. It was his fault. It's not my fault. It's that person's fault. Or oh, it was something to do with this. They literally fucking brainwash themselves to believe that they're just like, I do everything perfect. You slip and fall and hurt yourself just like everybody else. Just because you don't talk about doing stuff, like, say I talk about certain things that might be, I guess, sexual or perverted. Not towards someone, but in like an educational type way. Because I like to talk about stuff. It's very important to learn how to be so-called like love yourself in that. Because a lot of people don't do it. And they fucking hate themselves. And they always like, oh, I hate myself so much. Oh my god. Life's so difficult. It's like that with everybody else. But you can just see it. And it's fucking hilarious. Like, anyway, I don't know what it is. But they always seem to be... Some people that have this, like, ghetto culture or city culture. I'm not saying all of them, but the ones that... You know, the people that do... This goes in between whites and blacks and whatever the fuck else kind of race people like to call out. Whatever, it doesn't matter. They have this, like, victimized thing. It's not even just... It's the culture of the whole entire thing. I would say victimizing people. They victimize themselves. This cultural backwater thing. And yeah, people could say, oh, it's lefties or whatever it is. In some retrospect, no, you're just an idiot. Call it how you see it. You do it because you're scared of yourself. You do it because you believe that you have to be this perfectionate way. Who tells you this? Who? Come on. Who tells you this? Stop knocking off my fucking stream. Yeah, look at that. It says I'm not streaming, but I am. What the fuck? It's so stupid. Yeah, it literally knocks off my stream. It says my stream is ended, but my stream is still going on. I think I might just do pre-recordings or something. Because this is getting really fucking stupid. But yeah, I just find it quite hilarious. And it's like, comment below about talking about how people are. Talk about, you know, people at work and that, you know, someone that irritates you because they come into work with, like, this badge of honor on them. And they think that they're more superior. They walk in, like, and it's fucking hilarious because when you look at them, they're, like, non-superior. They just play this game. And they say, well, the rules state you have to listen to me. And it's like, well, I do have to listen to you, but what you're saying is wrong, or you could do it a better way. I keep telling everybody at work, like, we're all in this as a team. We're all in this as a team, 100%. So... Not one person is going to sit there and push the team all different directions. Like, for instance, I work front desk. Because we just opened up our dine-in. So that's my main position as of right now, I'm assuming. And, like, one of the managers told me, saying, well, what you could do is you could stay up front and then help them out whenever they need it. But basically what it came up to is that they want me to run around fucking circles and do a whole bunch of shit because they couldn't get it done fast enough, so they wanted me to retain it by helping them. And that's one of the things I told that young lady. I told her, it's like, you can't have me do 3 or 4 things constantly. Basically saying you're stupid, you need to listen to strategy and actually get shit done how it needs to. You cannot tell one person, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. You're in the middle of this, well, you gotta do this now. That's not how it works. You get done with things in sections. And that's when the other gentleman came in. He was trying to support what I need to be doing by helping me out with my front. And that's when the argument started. I'm like, but he can help us out with front while I'm making these, because this is the food I'm making now that I'm almost done with is exactly what it is. I was almost done with it, so taking me off what that is almost complete and then sit there and doing something else when the person could wait because they're waiting anyway. I'd rather get orders out and then take an order than sit there and just leave the food there. Like, okay, I'll take an order. An order can take 5 to 10 minutes. Well, the food's already cold. Then think about it. So this person is literally, it feels like that this young woman doesn't understand strategy or anything like that. So she just barks orders. And that's not how it goes. And then gets mad when we tell her that she's wrong and then complains about it like a baby. pretending like nothing that she does is wrong. And I see it. See it with some people that are like, you fucked up. You okay? I can say I fucked up. Why can't you say you fucked up? Well, and they'll be like, well, I do say, no, you don't. You complicitly shift it over to somewhere else. You'll blame it on someone else, or you'll blame it on the event when it's clearly your fault. You're the one that pressed that button. You're the one that made that food. It's your fault. You can make mistakes. That's fine. That's what it is. That's what the learning is. Making mistakes and solving that mistake to be the right thing. To push yourself to learn. That's what learning is. But a lot of people don't do that. Yeah, and I was still trying to get my neck rearranged. Still hurts like a bitch. But it intentionally just drives me crazy. And it's really funny though, because everyone deals with these kind of people in their whole entire life. They deal with these people that like to never admit, and then when you talk to them, they literally will blame everything on you and try to escape every little detail that they mess up on. But when you start telling the truth about what you do, that's when you start to notice how much they get scared or they run away from it. Now, try it out. Go up to someone that makes mistakes at work on that, and they just pretend like, okay, it's like you made that mistake. You know that, right? And if the first thing they say is like, but, or saying, oh, well, that's because trying to explain the mistake, they could be like, yeah, it was my fault. I screwed up in that. I'll do better next time. That's all you have to say. Like, does it hurt? I mean, yeah, because when you do something wrong, it affects your psyche. But when you admit to that wrong and you learn from it, you become better. So if you can never admit to your wrongs, then how are you supposed to become better? You can't. It's nearly impossible. You could just sit there and memorize stuff because your brain constantly collects information throughout the day. When you fall asleep, your brain uses that information to store it or to get rid of it, depending on how much you need to use it. So you're sitting there at a computer all day, you're typing in that, and you're really fucking slow. The next day, you'll be slightly faster. Next day, you'll be slightly faster. The other day, you'll be slightly... That's how our brains work. But when you're by yourself and you're just memorizing, it's easier. But if you're in a group and you make a mistake, I pressed 2 instead of 1, and it got my guy killed in a battlefield tournament. Then people complain at you. Well, why'd you do that? 1 was the button you need to press. Well, why'd you press 2? You're like, what was a common mistake? I was in a rush. I was in a hurry, so I actually pressed 2. It could be one of the things that you could say, which is probably what normally people do. But when it comes down to an actual mistake, say like you're making something for someone else, like your personal mistakes are fine. But when you're like saying I'm making food for another person, and they don't want pickles on it or whatever they don't want on it, and you put pickles on it, that is literally your personal mistake towards that other person. So what could you say about it? You could say, well, I forgot that there was pickles. I was in a rush. Which is normally what it is. You're moving really fast. Now it's hard for you to pay attention because you're trying to multitask. And sometimes when you multitask for too long, you get tired. Your brain gets tired and that you feel dehydrated. So you need to get yourself, hydrated. And basically what it is, get yourself hydrated again and you'll be fine. Not what it comes down to. Hydration is almost everything, especially if you're in a workplace that has a lot of grease and fumes and that. Well, hello there. Hello there, little lady. Oh, I'm guessing you just woke up. I agree. I agree. I was playing some phasmaphobia, but it's still lagging. I don't know if it's my stream issue or not. Probably is YouTube being a dick. But yeah, I was just talking about my workplace that something happened today. It was very, it was the stupidest thing ever. And not to bash on young people, but I think it's like immature people. I can't say age has anything to do with it. I see people at a young age are very mature. That they accept their mistakes. So I just keep on flying with it like, oh, it's not my fault. So anyway, yesterday we had a what you call a pack lead, which is someone that leads the orders out basically. So they like direct the flow of what people should be doing and the flow of like food and that. Anyway, I was making food and there was an order that needed to be taken up front. Well, another employee just clocked in, maybe like 10 minutes or so. He wanted to take the order in my drawer, and our pack lead, not a manager, but a pack lead, was being very argumentative, stating that I needed to be the one to do it when he was already about to do it. So instead of just letting him take my drawer for that order, and she gets into an argument with him and me, and he was saying stuff that was legitimately, smart and right. Saying, well, he's going to finish this and I can just go up there and do that really quick. Instead of just doing that, literally gets into a full-fledged argument for like a couple minutes. When in that couple minutes time of arguing, this is what I dislike about some people that pretend to be so perfectionist. Go fuck off, please. For the love of God. You could have already had that order dealt with, and I could have been done with mine. It would have saved us time. And I was trying to diffuse the situation by saying, you guys don't need to yell and scream and that. And all this young lady could say is like, well, you need to listen. It's like, we are listening, but it's not the right thing to do in this situation. You can make it easier for yourself if you just agree with what people say that are, well, twice your fucking age, because she's young. She's like 19. We're all in our 30s and 40s. We worked at places a lot longer, so we kind of get the situation. And just let things flow like they're supposed to. Someone say, oh, I'll take that order. And I'd be like, okay, go ahead and take that order. Let me finish that stuff. That's what a normal, mature person would say. Someone with experience. But someone with inexperience, the domination of some of these people is fucking hilarious. Like, maybe you shouldn't be working at all because you have no idea how to manage nothing. You just bark orders and pretend that your orders should be not defied even though they're wrong or they take more time. And then when the actual manager came over, everything calmed down, everything went back to normal. And then, because she was complaining about that the GM was there, and she was saying, well, only you can use that drawer. I'm like, no, I don't need to use that drawer. It is my drawer. When I'm not busy, I go up there. But if I am busy, someone else can do it, basically. And the funny thing is, the GM comes up. It's a lady. She uses my drawer. And then this person gets like that stupid look on her face. Like, oh, well the GM's using the drawer. I'm like, yeah, exactly. So everything you said was absolutely uncalled for. You should never said anything at all. You made yourself look really fucking stupid. And now you're going to feel dumb as fuck for a while. Making an argument, a spectacle out of yourself. Having all these customers just like staring at you like, what the fuck are you yelling about? And then... oh my god. That was the funniest thing ever. People have no responsibility over the power they have. All I do is bark orders and bark and bark and bark. And then when the time comes for them to, settle their stupidity, they get scared and they kind of like drift away. Yeah, it's so nerve-wracking because everyone deals with these kind of people. It's funny though. They try so hard to be so perfectionate, but it's like you're not perfectionate. You could have yourself make mistakes. Like it's these kind of people that judge you for everything that you do. You shouldn't be talking like that. And I said, I don't know what the fuck I want to do. You have no standing over what I do. That's how I say it. I do what the fuck I want to do. It's like, who are you to me? You're just a person that shits and pisses and eats just like everybody else. Don't pretend to be something bigger than what you are because you are not at all. Not even close. And it's like, holy shit. I find it very hilarious. They keep doing this. And it's like, just shut up and just let things flow like they're supposed to. When you try to control fate to its fullest, fate always bites you in the ass because you can't control it. You have to let it flow like a river. I always keep saying, like a stream or a river, you have to let it flow. You're going to have your bumps and curves, your rocks and all that stuff and that, but if you don't let it flow and you keep damming it up, what's going to happen is you're going to lead yourself to, probably committing suicide or going through really huge amount of emotional problems. And you end up destroying your whole entire life because you keep aiming for something that is nearly impossible to get to because no one gets to it. Being perfectionist is the biggest lacuse of all time. And these people that aim for that have issues, say like they victimize themselves, basically blaming everybody else but themselves, or sitting there and like bringing up something like race or sexuality with it and using it to push people away from their actual problems. Like, I don't know how many women say like, oh, it's because you're a man. They ever hear that man say that towards you? Oh, it's just because you're a woman. They go easy on you because you got boobs and a vagina. What? No, people do that because it's an easier thing to do if someone knows more than the other person. It's like, big strong me, I pick up more. Okay, so I can lift more weights. I can pick up French fries and weigh 50 pounds with one arm. I can do things quicker because of my strength. Where a woman can't pick up as much as me. Is that sexist? No, it's called biology. That's just how it is. You can't sit there and keep on doing that stuff because people do it so much. It's all over the place. It's fucking annoying. Oh, I hate it. Come on. There it goes. Yeah, I'm trying to get my camera should be going back on a little bit. Oh. This, I find it so hilarious that people do this stuff. It's like what little kids do, and it happens with adults. It's so hilarious. Like, it wasn't my fault. It was his fault. He's the one that did, not me. And these people that don't even realize that they do it. I'll be like, you're acting like a child because that's what children do, blaming on everybody else but themselves. No, it's not. Like, exactly what it is. Knowing that you're saying, no, it's not, you're acting like a child. Saying, I don't blame it on myself at all. No, it's not. You're a full-grown person. Yes, it is. So, I like how, like, being an adult is not being an adult. Because most people that are adults act like fucking children. So, being an adult is taking responsibility over your actions. Being a child is not taking responsibility over your actions. That's what children do because they're trying to develop, trying to learn how to behave. And you find that interesting? And say, oh, I had a rough life. So did everybody else. That's living. So the more excuses you gotta pop out of your big old fat fucking mouth and just keep on talking. Or you live like a spoiled life where everything's given to you. You don't understand that you have a responsibility to take because of the power that's been given to you over the people giving you stuff. So like if you're a rich person, you give your children everything, they have monstrous power having all that money and luxury. So just someone that doesn't have it, they can't sit there and be like, oh, well, you don't have money in that because this and that. Well, when it comes down to it, you wouldn't have money either if it wasn't for your parents. So that's basically how it always goes down. These are little things you have to look at. That's what's funny is if you take responsibility over the power that you have, whatever knowledge or strength or whatever, it's ridiculous. Okays. Have fun at school. Bye-byes. Oh, I'm probably getting off anyway. Okay, well, we'll see you later. Oh. Yeah, I try to talk what's on my mind.